This video is kind of a new experiment that I'm working on, kind of blending my love of astronomy, cosmology, astrophysics with dance. Um, so basically, this is an improvisation based on the TRAPPIST system. The TRAPPIST system is an exosolar system, which is about 40 light years away from the sun. It's a small red dwarf star that's being orbited by 7 planets. These planets are very close to the star, they're very close to each other, and 3 of them are in the so-called Goldilocks habitable zone. So it's an interesting system because of that, because of the planets being so close to the star, and quite a few of them in their in the habitable zone. There's really interesting things about this system. All of the planets are tidally locked, which means that they always show the same face to the sun. This is similar to the moon. The moon is tidally locked with the Earth, so we always see the same face. You'll see this in the improvisation. Every rotation that I make, there's 7 rotations around my star, which is my motorcycle helmet. 7 rotations around the star, 1 for each planet, and all of them I'm keeping the same side of my body towards the star that's being tidally locked. The other thing that's really interesting about the TRAPPIST system is that the planets are in some really close orbital resonances, which means that, for example, for every 2 orbits that the outermost planet makes, the next planet makes 3. For every 3 orbits that makes, the next planet makes 4. Then we go to a new resonance, which is 2 orbits. The next one makes 3 orbits, the next one makes 5, and the last one makes 8. Now, when you think about the 2, 3, 5, 8 orbital resonances, it's the beginning of the Fibonacci sequence, which is really interesting. 2 plus 3 make 5, 3 plus 5 make 8. So that's really cool. I was not able to make the exact number of steps match with the orbital resonances, but if you count the steps, you'll notice that the proportions are the same. So for example, for the outermost planet, I take 6 steps. So for every 2 orbits, the next planet in makes 3, which means that the next rotation I make takes 9 steps, and so on and so forth. You could count and check my math if you want. There was 2 extra steps on the last rotation, but that's okay. The next thing that this piece is using is the music itself. Now, there was a group, I'll put the link in the description, there was a group that actually made a piece of music based on the system itself. So their program plays a piano note for every time that the planet makes a single rotation. It's not exactly in harmony, but it's pretty close. And then, so they build it up. It starts from the outermost and builds up into the innermost planet with a number of rotations. And then the percussion sounds that you're going to hear, these are for every time that the planet crosses another. Now, obviously, there's only one of me. So during this percussion section, the improv that I was working with is the fact that red dwarf stars early in their life are very active, and it's quite possible that TRAPPIST-1 went through some serious radiation, and the planets, the exoplanets that are orbiting it, had to deal with some serious radiation in the early solar system. So basically that means that, unfortunately, whatever life might have started, it might have also gotten blasted by the radiation, which is unfortunate, but there you go. So, here's the actual improvisation. Again, it's using the TRAPPIST music. I am tidally locked with my star. There's 7 rotations for 7 planets, at the beginning at least. And the steps that I'm taking are based on the proportional orbital resonances. And at the end, I get to just kind of play around with some movement being blasted by radiation. So There's more to discover about the TRAPPIST system in the description. Be sure to comment and like and subscribe, share, and all that blah 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 that you're supposed to do with YouTube. See you next time.